you. So we are few but mighty today, and we're going to stand and sing I Release and get the energy going in here, right? There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling, trying to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free here in spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free here in spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free here in spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yeah. So let's welcome awesome Tina up to the platform.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here on this beautiful rainy day. Oh, boy. And I know some of you wore your galoshes today, which was great, so that we have dry feet. So welcome today to Unity of Orange County, and it's so nice to see you here today. And if you're watching us on YouTube, well, thank you for tuning in. And we hope that someday or sometime, if you're in the neighborhood, come on down, because we absolutely would love to have you here. Always. All righty, so we do start our service by affirming our prayer for our church, our vision statement, and mission statements. So together, God is our strength, our substance, our source, and our supply. We open our minds to divine ideas, and we are grateful for the flow of good in our ministry. And our vision statement, we are love, honoring the divine in all. And our mission statement, we awaken, inspire, and transform lives through loving kindness, education, and service. And we also have our 5 basic principles that were created by the Fillmores, and they express our core beliefs. 1, God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. 2, I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. And 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5, I do and give my best by living the truth that I know. I make a difference, and we all do make a difference. And at this time, we'd like to thank those that helped make this service possible, and boy, do they make a difference. Our music director, Bill Wolf. Thank you, Bill. John Harnack on camera. Waverly is streaming. Aaron Hardy on audio. Our greeters today were Sandy and Carol Coleman. Thank you. Our hospitality today was by Carol Wysong, and Dave helped. And right, Rosemarie helped as well. Thank you, Rosemarie. And there's a lot back there, so it's a wonderful hospitality today. Thank you so much, all of you who pitched in there and helped. Our trustee today is Howard. So if you have any questions or whatever, he will be here. Excuse me. We will have a chaplain available after for prayer. I'm not really sure who it is, but I know that we will have a chaplain today. Our speaker today is our very own angel, Chenise. Yes. We love Chenise. She always has a wonderful message for us. And her message today is Running on Empty, a guide to fulfilling your divine potential in everyday life through embracing the practice of emptiness and the promise of new life available to us in each present moment. And it's going to be a very good talk today. We have a few announcements. Are you receiving our weekly email bulletin? We ask you this every week, and I know some of you keep saying, I'm turning in the little card, but I'm not getting the message. If that's happening to you, please see me after the service today so I can make sure that the person who's supposed to be getting that card is getting it and it's going to the correct person. So please, Pastor Robert always has a wonderful little message after, and it's a good way to start the week or end the week, either way. As an expression of loving kindness, groups of 6 to 8 church members have been serving lunch at the Orange County Rescue Mission in Tustin on the 4th Thursday of the month. So if you would like to volunteer, please see George. And there's a sign-up sheet in the back. George, raise your hand. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, George. We have been starting our membership drive, and I know that Pastor Robert talks to you about this on Sundays when he's here. Forms are in the back of the room on that back table. There is no orientation class. There is no raise your hand, say a pledge. All you do is just fill out the form, and you are a member. And so if you wonder, well, why would it be okay? Why do I have to be a member? Well, for one, you have a vote. Whenever we have anything that we do that needs members' vote, then you will be part of that. And if you were at our annual meeting this last March, there were some things in there that were the members voted. So be a part. Become a part of the church. Our prayer retreat will be held on this Saturday, and I would like Chenise to please come up a minute and talk about it. I don't have the flyer.
Hello, everyone. This is your last chance this week. Please join us. I can't encourage you enough. Next Saturday, or this Saturday, April 18th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., we're having our Capture the Holy Instant prayer retreat. Not only is it a time to connect with other Unity members, but it's really a time to learn some new practices that you can carry out into your life. We have a fabulous vegetarian feast. There's interactive prayer stations, and there's going going to be some artistic expression to really ground the teachings. It is $65 for day of walk-in registration, but we have scholarships available. We really want to make this available, this opportunity open to all of you. So if any of you feel that stir in your heart, please let us know, and we can make it happen. So once again, this weekend, Saturday the 18th, tell a friend. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much.
Their workshops are always a lot of fun. We really get a lot out of it as well. And did we tell you that there's food involved? You know, if you feed them, they will come. All right. So that's all we have for today for announcements. So, Bill?
It's time to meet you. Say hello to your neighbors. So let's stand and enjoy that. Let's come together and sing We Are One. We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity we will live in harmony and peace will come. We are one, we are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity we will live in harmony and peace will come. 'Cause we are one and peace will come. 'Cause we are one. Chenise?
Maybe one day. Good morning. So we're going to start off our service by lighting the Christ candle, and we do this in recognition of that one spirit, that one life of God that is within all of us, all beings. And we light this as a way to remind ourselves and also to attract the gaze of God within us so we may see with the eyes of Christ. And now we're going to take a few silent moments and just devote our hearts to the prayer requests put forth in this box and any concerns that might be in the hearts or minds of those hearing my voice. We just surround these prayer requests with love and gratitude. And we give thanks to the one Spirit, that one divine presence who is present within each person, each life that has put forth a request. We already see it done, it held. And in our knowing, we can let it go and let it be. And we say thank you. Amen. And so now, get to enjoy the word of the day. Sunday, April 12th, 2026. The word of the day is inner peace. Secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. Let's repeat that together. Secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. I find comfort in knowing I am never alone because God is always with me and within me. Whatever I am called to face, I have inner resources to handle it peacefully. Peace dwells in the silence of my soul. When I feel troubled, I turn within. I breathe deeply and picture a peaceful setting, a trickling stream, the wind gently rustling the leaves, or the soft flicker of candlelight. I let tranquility sink deep into my heart. As I leave the quietness of prayer, I take peace with me. I am ready to face the day. As a peaceful person, I know that peace is my very nature. Harmony is my purpose and my goal. I seek serene people, places, and experiences. My soul feels at home everywhere as the peace of my heart flows outward to bless everyone it touches. And our scripture is from 2 Peter verses 1-2. May grace and peace be yours in abundance, and the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord. There you go. There's our teaching for the day. Just kidding. So now let's take this within as we enter the sacred time of stillness. I just invite you to settle into this moment by taking a few deep breaths and letting it out, settling in, closing the outer eye if you feel comfortable, or softening your gaze. And just give a gentle invitation to your body. Relax. Just relax. This is our time to rest in the center of the divine presence itself. Rest in this peace. Rest in the stillness. Rest where we're held, supported, surrounded by love. And as you rest, I invite you for a moment to allow your feet to feel the floor. Feel that connection with the earth holding you. And as assured as the strength of the earth beneath us, strong and steady, is the strength of God within you, holding you up. Allow yourself to just melt into the moment, like the rain. Dissolve, melt into the moment, allowing all the weight of the world to wash away. Dissolve yourself like snow melting, making way for the stillness. The center. Rest here a while. Breathing in, God is. Exhaling, I am. And again, breathing in, God is. Exhaling, I am. And a third time, God is. And exhaling, I am. Give yourself these few moments, refreshing your soul with the waters of Spirit. As we rest in the silence.
Sometimes it takes a rainy day just to let you know everything's gonna be alright. I've been dreaming in the sun. Won't you wake me up, someone? I need a little peace of mind. Wake me from this dream that I've dreamed so many times. I need a little peace of mind. Oh, I need a little peace of mind. When you open up your life to the living, all things come spilling out of you, and you're flowing like a river, the changer and the changed. You've got to spill some over, spill some over, spill some over, overall, filling up and spilling over. It's an endless waterfall, filling up, spilling over, overall, filling up and spilling over. It's an endless waterfall, filling up and spilling over, overall. When you open up your life to the living, all things come spilling out of you, and you're flowing like a river, the changer and the changed. You got to spill some over, spill some over, overall, filling up and spilling over. It's an endless waterfall, filling up and spilling over.
So beautiful and so perfect. Yay, so wow, what a week for humanity. We've gone to the depths of possible end of civilizations, and then to the highest heights, going farther in space than we ever have. And that just goes to show you that we still are, right? And it's just so humbling to be able to be with you today. It's been a while since I've spoken, so thank you for this opportunity. I always like to make this distinction that I am not here to teach, I'm just sharing what I'm learning. And so part of this talk's message today, the prompting was three things. One, I was up late and I saw a commercial for Metamucil. And I was so enamored with this idea that this thing can go in your body and take away all of these nasty things and then flush it out. I was like, oh, is there a spiritual Metamucil? I want to take that. And then the second thing that prompted this talk was I did this meditation called the attic of the mind, where you go in and you look at your mind as an attic. Oh, what does your bedroom look like up there? I had a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff in that attic. And I was like, oh boy, I've got some work to do. I've got some clearing. And this is also spring cleaning time. So a lot of us are letting go, we're clearing out. But really what ended up prompting this talk was noticing that as I've been really practicing centering prayer and some contemplative practices this last few months, studying Richard Rohr and then Thomas Keating, and I've really fallen in love with centering prayer, making friends with silence, to just be, because I've always been such a doer. And I'm realizing when Christ says, I am doing a new thing, or in Isaiah, we're here to do new things, what I used to do doesn't work anymore. And so I'm trying to have this new identity. So in centering prayer, I've been finding such delight of just being enough by being with God. But what I've been challenged with is I'm good when I'm in that space, but how do I carry that space wherever I go, right? Because the deeper I've been going, we think sometimes in Unity, we hold affirmative thoughts, we focus on the good, gratitude, very important. But what happens when stuff starts coming up, right? We have to learn how to empty. So part of what I wanted to open up with today is a story. It's a Taoist story from Chuang Tzu, and I'll summarize it. This wonderful monk was living in a monastery and decided to go on the lake in his little boat. And he went out there, and the water was beautiful, and everything was serene, and he's laying back there, and all is well, and he's in this meditative state, and all of a sudden he feels a bump. Something hits his boat. And he starts getting really angry and yelling, oh, you hit my boat! And he still can't, the boat's coming, and then it's floating away, and no one's responding, so he's yelling more. And he sits up and he finally sees it was an empty boat. There was no one in that boat. And he kind of smiled and he laughed to himself. He's like, I've got to do some internal checking. What's in my boat? And so right now I feel like in life we have all of these boats that are bumping into us in our life, right? And it has nothing to do with what's in their boat. It has to do with what is in us. So when we have these reactions and we have these things come up in our lives, we have to see what we've been filling up with, right? To get back on track. So Jesus says in Mark 6:31, you come apart into the desert place and rest for a while. And in centering prayer, we sit and we choose to consent our will to experience the presence of the divine within us. We surrender all else to rest and abide in the presence. We do no work here, we dissolve, and we enter into the center of all things through silence, into that pure, potent field of creation. And a lot of other forms of prayer, we bring a request, right? The very word pray actually means ask, right? A lot of people don't know that. But in centering prayer, we get the relief of releasing any need because we're actually able to experience the fullness and the abundance of the divine in every part of us. and in everything and in everyone. And so all of this separation dissolves. We get to bask in being who we truly are, our whole and highest self, our Christ nature, without needing anyone or anything in the world to make us feel worthy, to make us feel loved, or to make us feel whole. So, as you know me, I always take it to the limit. So I've been asking the universe, how do we experience this in everyday life? How do we run on empty from the false self and live from the centered place that we experience in prayer and meditation? So what I'm going to share is what I've discovered. But in essence, it's as simple as breathing, inhaling and exhaling. We fill up on God, and we let all else go. But there's more, because we have to practice. We have to live our life. So what if we could let go of this need to know the why of it all, right? Or put the weight of feeling like you have to set everything right and fix this broken world. What if we could set that down, right? Even imagine putting this I have to do good desire that we have in us aside for the need for more teachings, more techniques, more practices, right? All these detours that we put in front of us from going direct to where we allow the divine to pour through us in our lives in ways that exceed what our ever-evolving soul needs. Jesus said, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. So we tend to devote a lot of our lives and our time to creating these to-do lists for daily chores and tasks, right? But when was the last time you created an inner to-be list, right? We love taking up new hobbies, practicing our instruments, committed to our workout routines. But what about our private practices? What would happen if we devoted time each day to practice our spiritual capacities? Well, if our life seems too full, too busy, or too much, then we need to ask ourselves, what are we filling up on? If it's BS, meaning anything but spirit, then we need to choose to flip it. So I came up with this idea. Well, Spirit brought it to me. You know how when you start noticing things that start showing up? So I came up with this idea of flipping our vessel. So in life, in order to come from this centered prayer place and have that be a daily activity, that's what I'm really trying to discover. How do we take what we're learning in unity and live it all the time, every day, right? These bumps boat us, but another moment, another opportunity, another breath. So this is kind of what I've been practicing, and I want to share it with you. So the flip is this, and I love acronyms. As a teacher, we love acronyms, right? So the F you start with, we fill up on God first. And in unity, we look to the affirmative prayer practices, right? We fill up on God first, God first. Then the L is for, gotta let go of control. Let it go. And then the I, this is the hard part. We've got to invert it. Because if you take any problem that you have, you feel it, you open to it, and then you ask, how is this bringing me closer to God? We're going to realize there's a flip side to everything that we might perceive as negative. And there's a lesson in every single thing. So we have to invert it. And I'll give you an example. Maybe you're lonely, right? Loneliness is a real big thing in our culture right now. Despite us being so connected, you're lonely. You're longing. What's the flip side of that? Guess what? In that loneliness, that is your soul yearning to be closer to God, right? And God being closer to you. So that's the I is inverting it, finding the blessing in it, right? And then the P is after you've inverted it and you've invited the good and let the good rise to see the blessing, then you proceed with peace. So this is how we flip our cups when we've been filled with BS, anything but spirit. Because in centering prayer, you go to the center of creation itself. And when you go into the center of anything, do you know what we find? Space. Last week, Pastor Robert talked about the empty tomb, right? Was it empty? Emptiness is not a void. Emptiness is like a little hole for a seed that wants to grow. But if you keep, the little girl asks her farmer dad, I want to plant a seed, I want to plant a seed. Oh, you're not ready yet. Oh, finally, she gets to plant a seed. She digs a hole, and then, oh, it's doing nothing. Digs a hole, it's doing nothing. If you don't let stuff grow in silence, it can't grow, and either can we. So flip it. Fill up on God first, let go of control, invite the good to rise up, and then participate in life. So I've been doing this as difficult emotions come up, and trying to find the lesson in it of how it's going to bring me closer to God. And that's the purpose of our lives, is to be God's blessing to each other. So when to empty and how? Feeling stuck? Come ye apart. Do something else. Flip your cup upside down. Let the moment go and open to the flow of God in your life. If you're overcome with overthinking, turn your thoughts to God. Find a little memory verse like, I am part of all that's good. Sing a little song. Do something to reach you in the divine truth. Feeling overwhelmed, disorganized, dissolve. Go into the silence. Feeling lonely, open to the longing and realize it's God's yearning to love you. Feeling hopeless, center in stillness. Allow God to illuminate the path for you of being service to someone else, to be their hope. And emptying yourself of all that you have carried and the grime that you've accumulated, you'll find the light of the divine in everyday life. You'll find phenomenal phenomena, as I like to call it. The extraordinary moments are going to be revealed. Because when you shift from your focus on the worldly and the human and put the eyes back on spirit, when you put eyes on God, you get to see with the eyes of God. And when you see with the eyes of God, guess what? The heavenly dimension opens. But here's the struggle. We have to choose. Choice. If you look at the word Christ, there's a CH in front. And I feel this is the real teaching for us, is that we have to choose to change. And we have to do that moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. We can't rely on what we knew before. No outside teachings. We have to choose to change. And we do that by filling up on God first. Let us be the vessels of blessing we were created for. The beloved has turned itself inside out and poured forth its very life as all of us. So we need to pour forth our lives in such a way to fill this world with such love that it will dissolve any of this fear, any of this separation. Because what is in us, guess what? Like Bill's song, it spills out into the world. So I'd like to close with a story. And this is a Rumi-inspired story. There was a dervish who carried a small clay vessel wherever he went. It was old, unadorned, and clearly empty, and people noticed it. Some wondered, why does he carry around such an ordinary jar? And others said, why does he keep an empty vessel with him? Is he crazy? What use is it? One day, a traveler came up to him and finally asked him, why is your vessel empty? Why not fill it with water or grain or something useful? The dervish did not answer immediately. He just kept walking. After a while, they reached a resting place, and the traveler sat beside the dervish, and he asked him again, empty vessels serve no purpose. Why not carry it full? The dervish placed the vessel gently on the ground. Tell me what happens if I fill it, the dervish asked. The traveler replied, well, then it can hold something. The dervish nodded. And what happens when it's already full? The traveler paused and he said, well, then nothing more can enter. The dervish then lifted the empty vessel and turned it in his hands, and he said, "This is why it must remain empty." The traveler frowned and said, "But emptiness is lack. It means something is missing." The dervish smiled and said, "Emptiness is not lack, it is readiness." They sat in silence for a moment, and the dervish continued. When the vessel is full, it believes it has enough. When it is empty, it waits without resistance. It receives without argument. The traveler looked at the vessel again, and for the first time, he did not see it as useless. "But why do you carry it with you?" he asked. "So I don't forget," the dervish said. "Knowledge fills quickly. Opinions settle fast. Certainty hardens like clay in the sun. And an empty vessel reminds me to soften again and again." The traveler had thought of how full his own mind was, full of answers, judgments, conclusions, heavy, yet unsatisfied. "Can a person truly be empty?" he asked the dervish. The dervish said, "Not empty of life, but empty of insistence, empty of, I already know, empty of needing to be right." The wind moved through the resting place, and the vessel made no sound. The dervish said, "When the vessel is empty, even silence can enter it." Then the traveler lowered his head, and he realized how often he had been full of words, full of explanation, so full of himself. Before they parted ways, the traveler asked one final question. "What happens when the vessel finally fills?" The dervish placed the empty vessel back at his side. "Well, then it must be emptied again." And with that, he walked on. The traveler remained there looking at the space where the vessel had been. And for the first time, he understood. The vessel was not empty because it lacked something, but because it was meant to receive. And sometimes a person must become empty before anything true can enter. What is full cannot receive. And so with us, I know many of us are pretty full right now. So I like to show you what happens when we go into our practice, right? And we have, let's see, we got these fears. Oh, there's a regret. Oh, there's a mistake. Oh, that's some procrastination in there. Oh, what a judgment I made on that person. All right, let's see. Kind of looks like kryptonite, right? Because in reality, we carry our stuff with us, and spiritual practice should not have us bypass what we're going through. But what grace is a gift. And when we turn to it, we can receive it. So when we practice things like the flip and we fill up on God, when we go to the center first and we spend our practice in prayer each day and we stir up our gifts, this is the water of spirit, longing to fill you up. Those things are in there, but do you see what's going to happen? It's going to flush them over. The more and more you turn to this fountain, the more and more this is going to become clear and clear and clear. And then you can all shine like the light of Christ. So seek not water, seek thirst. Practice the flip and enjoy the emptiness. Thank you.
I love with the heart of God within me. I sing with the voice of God within me. I rest in the Sing it with me. Everything, everything praises God. Everything, everything praises God. Everything, everything praises God within me.
Thank you, Bill, so much. And Chenise, thank you. What a wonderful talk. That was just so, you know how it is, right on. Thank you. So this is the time when we practice the principle of giving and receiving. So let's hold our gifts in our hands, and even if you don't have it with you, but electronically, we can imagine. So let us bless our gifts together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we always give and receive in love. So we have envelopes. If you would like us to keep track of your offerings, especially the cash, you can put them in the envelopes, and when the ushers come through, you can put them in the basket. Okay, girls, come on up now. The art of giving in its purest form is the foundational law of life. It's the core principle on which creation stands. What we give is what we create in our lives. We align with the universal principle when we give without expecting anything in return. Our church is solely funded through your generous love donations, and your financial support is greatly appreciated. So we do have different ways to donate. You can text 77977. In the message, put Unity of OC Give, or go to our website, or the old-fashioned way, you could just mail in the check. And you can you can send it to 25310 Moulton Parkway, Suite O, Post Office Box 533 in Laguna Woods. All righty, so if Chenise, if you could bless our offerings today.
Thank you for all of this love poured forth here. Bless the giver, bless the work, and bless this church. Thank you for all of this and more. So it is.
Thank you so much. So do we have any first-timers here today? I don't see any first-timers today, but you never know, right? All right, so let's bless ourselves. How about that? Let's just put everybody in this room today. So together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming out here in the rain. See how it stopped, so that when we can leave, it'll be great. And thank you for being here, and please join us for hospitality today. Carol and her crew did such a nice job. We really appreciate you. So together, let's stand and sing.
That is meant to be with God. light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. All together, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yea, God.